Time to work on our product model again. In there we got a save method, and right now we used it to create a new product. Now, why don't we also use that for updating an existing product if we already have it? To do this, what we'll have to do is in save, we just have to check if we already have an ID, and therefore, when creating a new product, we should accept an ID too, and then set this ID equal to ID, but we'll simply pass null here for a brand new product, so that we can still create products that don't have an ID yet. Then the ID will be assigned here. But if we're editing one, we do have the ID already, so we can simply assign it here. And then in save, we can simply check if this ID is already existing. If it is null, this will fail and will automatically make it to the next line, which we want. But if we do have an ID, save should not create a new ID and new product. Instead, it should simply update the existing one. We'll still have to get all the products though. So indeed, this should be moved into our callback because we need all the products anyways. And the new ID creation can also move in there, but after this if statement. Now in this if statement, I now want to update the existing product. And for that, I need to find it first. So I'll find my existing product index again by searching for or going through all my products with the find index method. Products will be an array as we know. And there I will get access to all my products stored in the temporary prod argument here, or in the prod argument of this anonymous function, I should say. And I can simply check if the ID of the product I'm looking at in this array is equal to this ID. Put in other words, if I'm now looking at the product I plan on editing. If that's the case, then I found the index of the product I want to edit, and now I simply have to replace that in that products array. So I'll create an updated products array where I use that spread operator again to pull out all existing product elements, store them in a new array, and then on that array, updated products, I'll replace my existing product index with this, because this inside of this class here is of course the updated product. Because you have to imagine that I create a new product instance, I will populate it with information about my existing product, and then I just call save, and I will find out that I already have this product, and therefore I just replace it in the array which is stored in the file with the newly created product I'm in. So with that being saved, I just have to write that information to the file. So fsWrite file is what I need to execute. So this code will stay the same, just that I need to call it on updated products here. And I will now also wrap the other part here in the else block so that not both snippets execute, but only one of them. So now we're storing the updated products, and write file will always replace all the old content. So we won't add it or anything like that. It will replace it. And therefore we should now have a save function that we can use both for adding new products or editing existing products. Now this has one important implication. We now need to go to the controller, and when adding a new product here in post add product, we now also need to set null as an ID, as a first argument here on our product constructor, because we just added this as an additional argument here in the constructor. And if it is null, then this check will fail, and we will therefore make it into the new product created mode, which is what we want. We now can also work on the post edit product method. There, I need to do two things. First of all, I need to fetch information for the product. Then I need to create a new product instance and populate it with that information. And then I need to call save. Let's first of all extract the product ID, prod ID, by accessing the request. And there, since it's a post request, I expect to get that information in the request body. However, at the moment this will not happen. So let's go to the view first, to the added product.js file. And there I need to add a new hidden input which stores the existing product ID. However, that is only an option if I'm editing a product, not if I'm adding one. So first of all, I'll use EJS to again check if I am editing. And also close that here. Here we also need to open a curly brace therefore. And if I am editing, and only in this case, I'll render a new input here, which is hidden, so which the user can't see, where the value is now my product ID. So I'm using EJS to output the product ID there. And this will now therefore be included in the form. Now I just need to give it a name, product ID maybe, and now I can extract it by that name in the incoming request in my controller. So request body product ID, because I used product ID as a name here in the view on the hidden input. Now with that ID fetched, I could fetch my product through the product model, but actually this is the edit route, right? So I get the new values I want to store as part of my post request body, because the user enters them here in the form. Here, all this is sent to me. So I will now simply store all that in values or in constants, like my updated title will be request body title. I'll have my updated price, which is request body price. I'll have my updated image URL, and you can name these constants however you want. Now important, of course, is what you access here on the request body. These keys have to match the names you have on your inputs in your, added product view. Last but not least, we got the updated description here, which is request body description. And now with all that data, I can create an updated product. This name is also up to you. Instantiate a new product, therefore. And here, I do pass my existing prod ID as the first argument. And this will ensure that in the product model, in this check here, we do find a valid ID. And therefore, we go into this updating mode instead of the add mode. So I'll pass that ID, and I'll pass my updated title then. I'll then also pass my updated image URL. I'll pass my updated description and my updated price. So this is what I pass. And now, thanks to our changes to the product model, I can call updated product save, and it should hopefully just save that and override the existing one. Now let's try this out, and for that let's go to our admin.js routes first of all and register this newly added post added product action on the added product post route. And now let's reload our page here and add a couple of exclamation marks and hit update product. And the problem is I never send a response, so this failed. But if we have a look at our products.json file, the first product didn't change, but the second one indeed has all the exclamation marks. So this does work. So the missing thing just is that we send a response in our controller. So here, after calling save, I will actually call res redirect and go back to just /admin. Or let's have a quick look at the admin.js routes. I want to go to /products. So /admin /products, I mean. This is what I want to redirect to. So let's save this. Go back and reload. Here we see the exclamation marks too. Let's change the price to 30.95. And also change the description. It's really great. Update the product. We are redirected. And we can already see the changes here. And we can edit it again, of course. For example, remove the exclamation marks. So this is working. We're now able to edit the product.